We are in Rome at the meeting on security and internet, promoted by Alleanza per Internet and sustained by Google Italia. We are with Brian Fitzpatrick from Google. And let me ask, Brian, security and privacy are two faces of the same coin in some way. How much are they important for Google?
Well, they're absolutely critical, I would say, because they're important in order to establish trust for people to use more internet products and for them to understand what's happening. So there's several components to that. One is one of education, to teach people ways to act on the internet, to teach them what data we have about them, to teach them where they can find that. For example, the Google dashboard is a great place to go for that. And beyond that, I think there's a burden on us in any company to provide more secure products. So we build our products in a more secure manner. One of the things that we do is two-factor authentication, where you provide your password and you also provide a one-time key that's provided through an application on your phone, for example, or a text message. So this makes your data much more secure. Beyond that, we work with things such as the Safe Browsing initiative, where we try and protect users against malware when they're searching for things on Google or when they're using Google Chrome. So there's a lot of different ways, but more than anything, I think people have to work hard to understand what privacy and security means on the internet, and we have to work even harder to provide a safer environment for them.
Cooperation and collaboration between governments, enterprises and associations. Which is the Google attitude about this model?
Again, I think it's utterly important. As you've seen from my discussions about the transparency report on government removals, government requests, this sort of thing, not only are we helping each other out, but we're working to provide information for law enforcement when something bad is happening, but also to make the internet safer for people. So I would argue it's very important. We're here to help each other. We're not adversaries, I would say.
Portability or personal data portability. What is doing Google online for all the users that want to change their attitude on the net?
Well, we've always felt very strongly about the portability of data, that you should be able to take your data, that you should control it and be able to take it if you decide to leave Google. So we actually created a team in Chicago that I run called the Data Liberation Front, and we created a product called Google Takeout that you can use with one click to take all your data out of Google, and you can back it up. You can have a copy, you can bring it to another service, but basically it's a way of you revoking your trust in Google if you want to leave, or of just checking to make sure everything's okay, that you can take your data with you, because choice and data control are utterly key if we're going to have continued high-speed innovation on the internet.
You are in Google the responsible of transparency report, which is a very important tool to monitoring all the net. Which will be the content of the next issues, and which are the main trends you are forecasting for it?
Well, we're constantly looking for more ways to divide our information and display it, so to give more detail about what's happening. But the biggest trend I think we've seen in the past couple of years is an increase for government requests for user data. Now, we don't know the reasoning behind this. It could be merely that the internet is growing at such a fast rate. But we're hoping that by continuing to provide insight into the data behind what's happening, that we can help people understand more how governments are working to help or hinder, in some cases, the free flow of information on the internet.
Brian Fitzpatrick from Google in Rome. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.